We continue to get you ready for Connecticut. Brian Higgins, now Kendall Coleman, talking to the guy that had 2 sacks for the Orange last week. And wasn't just you, the whole D-line was dominant the whole game. But what was that like when it felt like every play someone was getting pressure?
Oh, it was a really good feeling. Felt great getting after the quarterback and seeing him kind of get frustrated out there with his own offense. And when you notice that about a team, you know that you're on that breaking point where you're about to wrap the game up. And so it was nice. And it was nice to see that it was a team effort. It wasn't just one of us that was having a jump or having a notice at what was going on with their offense. Everybody was getting a chance to get back there and get after it.
You mentioned a lot of guys. Alton Robinson had a sack. Kingsley Jonathan had a sack. And you said it. DeAndre Francois, you could see him was upset with the whole situation. When you can basically touch a quarterback on every play, how much effect mentally can that have on them?
I think it has a huge mental effect on them. It really makes them take less awareness to the play that's going on and where the receivers are and stuff like that, and more awareness to where themselves as an individual and trying to protect themselves and survive to the next play. And so us getting back there early really put pressure on him and kind of made him realize, this isn't a game where he's going to be comfortable in the pocket, sitting in the pocket the whole game, and we were able to do that for the whole game, and it turned out in our favor.
You guys coming from the edge, you got the sexy numbers there with the sacks. Chris Slayton in the middle, only 1 tackle all game, but it felt like he was causing havoc there in the middle. Did it feel like that to you guys?
Without a doubt, and that's what's major about our D-line or about our defense, period, is that even the guys who aren't racking up stats right now, the numbers aren't telling the whole picture. They're not telling the whole story. I mean, you go back and look at the game film, and you can see that even guys who don't have stats are just wreaking havoc out there, causing chaos. I mean, Chris Slayton has, against Western Michigan, that one hit on the quarterback that doesn't go down as a sack, but it causes an interception, which is a stat for somebody else. And so that's the type of stuff that I'm talking about. We all fit together as one. So when you see a stat somewhere else, know that it probably leads back to 2 or 3 people.
He gets doubled basically every play. How much does that help out you?
A ton. It's a huge advantage for Alton and I being able to have the one-on-one on the outside when we know that Chris Slayton's going to get doubled. So appreciate you, big man, and keep working through it, and we'll keep doing our thing on the edge.
You might have told the big guy just walked into the room over here. We'll be talking to Chris here in a second. But Kendall, yourself, I mean, a huge game, 2 sacks. You're banged up midway through last season. It's sort of 3 off for the rest of the year. Nicked up a bit in camp. How are you feeling just to feel good right now out there on the field?
It's a really good feeling knowing that I'm still moving forward, and I haven't settled off, and I'm not as banged up as I was beforehand, and that also it's a good feeling knowing that I haven't played my best football yet. There's still a lot of season left and a lot left to grow for myself as an individual and for the D-line and for the defense, and I'm excited to see what we can do.
How's the team feeling? 3-0, big win last week, another home game. It feels like it's rolling right now for you guys.
Definitely. We're really excited. This is the first time in a long time that we've been 3-0 or that we've even had this much success right off the bat. But so the excitement is the first feeling that I would say comes to mind, but the next thing is definitely focused. This is a good feeling, and we don't want to lose it. So we're holding on to that and making sure that we can keep it going.
How do you guard against going too far, I guess, with the good vibes? Some teams you could see would beat Florida State and would maybe forget about the next team. It doesn't sense around here like you guys have done that.
Definitely not. I mean, beating Florida State was a good win. It was a solid win for us. But at the end of the day, that was on Saturday, and we're into a new week with a new team. So celebrate it for what it is that night, maybe the next day while we're watching film over it. But on Monday, it starts a new week, so you got to get after it, leave the past behind, and keep moving forward.
The team you get ready for is Connecticut. What do you see out of them? What's your game plan here this week?
They're a very athletic up front, and their quarterback can definitely move. And so that's something that we'll have to game plan and change up compared to this past week where it wasn't a quarterback that couldn't move, but a quarterback that'd rather stay in the pocket, and a O-line that wasn't nearly as athletic, but much bigger, much heavier guys. So it'll definitely be a different look coming off the edge, seeing what we can do with our pass rush moves because of the athleticism. But I'm excited for the challenge.
All right, Kendall, hopefully a few more sacks for you this week.
Definitely.
Kendall Coleman killing it so far here this year. Orange and UConn on Saturday.